So Steam has started doing a year in review thing called the Steam Replay for this year. This is something that lots of streaming services for audio and video have done most years for the past few years, but this is Steam's first time, and it is really, really great, and I hope they keep doing it moving forward.
This video is brought to you by CuriosityStream. Get access to my own streaming site Nebula bundled with CuriosityStream, linked below.
I'll post a link to where you can see yours in the description below, but I think it reveals a lot about your gaming habits that could be productive to just learn about yourself or possibly plan for next year. And for a lot of people that may mean less gaming, but for me this actually reveals how much more gaming I need to do. So we're going to scroll down here. Here's my Steam replay for 2022. It's public. I'll have mine linked below. I played a total of 47 games, including one demo, 20 new games this year. My most played game was Halo Infinite, which is mostly at the end of the year here. We also have Splitgate coming up as numbers 2, because Splitgate is by far one of my favorite multiplayer shooters that has come out in recent years that is still playable today, and I'm going to keep getting a lot more playtime in it. You can see here, number 3 was Halo Master Chief Collection. Clearly this, as far as Steam goes, obviously this doesn't have my Xbox or PlayStation game time, but as far as Steam goes, this is by and large a multiplayer year for me, and we'll see a little bit more of that, and it has to do with scheduling and some things happening behind the scenes. I managed to get 136 achievements unlocked. I'm pretty sure most of those are in Vampire Survivors. My longest streak of gaming was 18 days, and that was in April when I was actually gaming a lot. I love just these presentations. You can click on them, get more about the games. We'll come back to them. And then it shows how you compare against the average gamer, which isn't really super valuable because, I mean, the average Steam player, isn't playing that often, but you get to see that same data. The Steam average for streak was 9 days, 5 games on average, 21 achievements on average. So kind of up there, but not a big deal. 31% of games I played were released in 2022, which is pretty interesting. 56 of them were released in the last 1 to 7 years, and 13% were released a very long time ago. Then you get to see some other, interactions that I've done. I had 3 new friends. I gifted a game. I've gifted more than that, so it must have cut off recently because I gifted a bunch for Christmas. I wrote Run Review, which was just Vampire Survivors, shared 18 screenshots, and subscribed to 150 workshop items, which would just be the Left 4 Dead games we were playing on the channel. Then it shows a kind of cool skill graph for the types of games you were playing. So action roguelike would be Vampire Survivors, creature collector would be Nexomon, action RPG would be games like Diablo. That's not specifically here. But then zombies I didn't expect, and I was trying to figure out what it was, but again, it was Left 4 Dead. We did do a few game sessions that I posted videos of Left 4 Dead. Taking a deeper look at the top played games here. Halo Infinite had 22% of my total gameplay time with 92 sessions played. But you can see here, there was a little bit front-loaded in January, coming off of the end of last year where we were playing at launch. It died off in February. I tried again in June going into July with some updates they released, and as described in my last video I posted, just fell off, couldn't keep up with it. It just still didn't feel very good. And then picked it up again with the winter update, and that has dominated my winter update play. And you can see here we got 6 achievements from it this year. Pretty interesting there. I honestly didn't know I had any achievements from Halo Infinite. With Splitgate, it's kind of the opposite in that once it died off at the beginning of the year for me, I started heavily picking Splitgate back up again. And April was when I put the CRT on my desk and was heavily playing with CRT, played through the summer, and then this is where I just fell off on the ability to play games at all. But I did keep Splitgate going a little bit here, and hopefully we'll just go all in on it again in the spring this year as well. Halo Master Chief Collection fits perfectly in the summer slot where my Halo Infinite time just completely died off, so I put a lot of sessions into Halo Infinite here. Then we had Battlefield 2042, which was primarily June and July. We put a ton of time in. I posted a bunch of videos of it. I tried it early on when it first released, didn't like it very much. Then that summer update hit, and it was great, and played a bunch of it. But again, for the most part, I didn't game at all at the end of the year here in August, September, and October. I ended up at the end of August, went to Retro World Expo with a bunch of other retro YouTubers and met up there. Then September was us getting our shed and renovating the studio into Techtober and Technovember and then the holidays. And so there is a massive gap consistent here. But that is where the glory of Vampire Survivors filled in. I have unlocked 95 achievements before the cutoff here in Vampire Survivors, all loaded here in December. With 35 sessions recorded for it. I've still been playing nonstop since, but I play almost every day. I had not picked this up before. I knew it was in Game Pass, but I hadn't bothered like trying it yet. Saw it talked about on XPlay and things like that, and I was like, I don't know. And then finally wanted something new to play on my Steam Deck, picked it up, and have been addicted ever since. Shared lots of screenshots of just the madness from this game. Then you have a cool little breakdown of playtime by month, which actually shows the different games. So at the start of the year, I was playing Call of Duty 4 because I was posting videos on that, doing some cool stuff. Then tried out some Battlefield, Halo Infinite, and then other games. Kind of a similar thing here. Tried going back to Apex in February. Still some Battlefield, Splitgate, and Halo. Picking up more Apex, Splitgate, Halo. Still not playing a whole bunch in mid-spring here. And then April was my big play month with tons of Splitgate time. Just a little bit of COD 4 and Battlefield up top. More Splitgate in May. And then June was my big playing games all the time month. So we've got Battlefield 4 a little bit. Lots of Battlefield 2042. Lots of Halo Master Chief Collection. Still some solid Splitgate in there. And then some smaller game time. Then July was all about Master Chief Collection, as Halo Infinite just wasn't playable to me. In August, still playing a little bit of Splitgate, but not playing a ton overall, as you can see. September, I just don't really play much at all. But we did get that Left 4 Dead 2 session in as we started playing some sessions for the videos, for the game nights over on Discord, discord.gg/EvosFox. And then October, the only real notable games here are Counter-Strike Global Offensive and Apex Legends. And that's because I was doing, it was Techtober. I had graphics card reviews and things like that, and I was playing those games for benchmarks. So that's the only reason those games were launched, and that's why most of them are the other game categories, because it was lots of back-to-back just short sessions playing games that I was benchmarking. November, all about Halo Infinite. Once that winter update released, we were playing a ton of it. December is split between Halo Infinite and playing Vampire Survivors on my Steam Deck. And then we get a little breakdown here of Windows versus Steam Deck. I don't know why it says Linux for some, because it would purely just be the Steam Deck, but it clearly didn't categorize them all the correct way. And hell, there we go. Looks like you got a Steam Deck. I put some time in on Hades, because Hades is like my perfect, especially at the airports and stuff, Steam Deck game. But so is Vampire Survivors. It runs like ass sometimes. Once you start getting into the higher levels, it drops down to single-digit frames per second, but it's a lot of fun. Also played a bunch of Nexomon when I first got my Steam Deck. It's a little Pokemon clone. Great little game. Perfect on the Steam Deck as well. The Gauntlet 2014 reboot, not a great game overall, but I do love Gauntlet in general, so I gave it a try on my Steam Deck. Worked pretty great. And then Warframe, that 2% of the time is purely just trying to get the game to work. When I first got my Steam Deck over the summer, Warframe did run. Ever since, it just relaunches, like reboots the entire Steam Deck or crashes, and I haven't got it working since. This shows your longest game streak, during which I played Battlefield 4, Splitgate, Halo Infinite, and Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance. And then just another view of the games that you played. I've got Vampire Survivors, Nexomon, Ghostwire, played a tiny bit of Modern Warfare 2, Cyberpunk. These were all games that were first played in 2022. Same thing with like Krunker. I obviously played in the browser before, but not in Steam. Overall, just a nice little breakdown. I really dig this. I hope they do this more. And what this reveals to me is that I did not like, it just kind of exposes my gaming habits and these struggles I ran into during early spring and mid to late summer with actually getting game time in, or I was just having a freaking blast during the early summer. And it really makes me want to make sure that in 2023, I have a lot more consistent game time and I make it through my backlog. In fact, I have actually sorted many of my Steam games into categories to make it easier to identify the ones I wanted to get through. So I have a backlog category. I've got benchmarking separate. I've got my boomer shooters, card games, Call of Duty games, games that aren't worth playing anymore because they're literally dead, dungeon crawler adventures, Elder Scrolls games, things like that. So I have a direct backlog category that I can work on whenever I'm like, I want to make progress on my backlog. Here we go. And I think that's pretty rad. And it lets you view the year in review for some of your friends. So for example, we have some of our Discord members and moderators and things like that have their replay. He played a lot of CSGO, It Takes Two, and New World, which is interesting. Quite the different, division there. Although this person is a big gamer on other platforms. So obviously this is only going to have your actual Steam game. And I don't even know that it would show non-Steam games. I can't imagine it would. But you can see games played with a controller, which is a category I don't even have. So that's interesting to watch. I still need to play Shredder's Revenge. Interesting 7-day streak there. Lots of games. We've got Will, my community manager. He's played a crap ton of Hell Let Loose this year. I didn't know Total War Attila was even a game. That sounds like the movie. Got some Red Dead Redemption in there. He played 62 total games, 42 new games, 2 demos, unlocked 427 achievements. That is just wild to me. Like, to me, that just reveals how much I don't play games enough. So you got some Metroidvania, some sniper games, zombie games, stealth, battle royale, and beat 'em ups. That is wild. Been playing Hell Let Loose all year. Not sure I could get into it, but something I might want to try. Lots of Total War Attila in August. Black Mesa in July. Battlefield in early year, trying it out. Then in June when he was playing with me. Look at all that playtime. Much more evenly divided. Mostly on Windows. You got a little bit of Steam Deck time in there, though. Been playing Rogue Legacy, Shredder's Revenge, Final Fantasy XII, Foregone, and Arkham Origins on Steam Deck. Those are games I should try on the Steam Deck. See, this is a cool part, is it could give you ideas of what you should try on the Steam Deck. I'm going to take a look at someone else that I know has a Steam Deck as well. Diamond, lots of CSGO, lots of Halo. What you playing on that Steam Deck, though? There we go. Call of Duty on the Steam Deck. Not going to be for me. I can see Fallout Shelter, though. Yeah, just a nice little thing. We got lots of little profiles here. Dying Light, Monster Hunter, Rocket League for this person, my editor Wyatt. Rocket League would probably run pretty well on the Steam Deck. Nier Automata might play on the Steam Deck, although I'd lose graphics. Also, I have a PS4 copy, so I don't really want to buy another copy, but...
Since 2023 is going to be the year of me gaming more and more, and I've already put a bunch of hours into Warframe the last couple days of 2022 so I could start the year off right, I'm also committing to 2023 being the year of a lot more videos here on Lost Saves. But that means I gotta make them in advance, and if you don't want to wait for those videos, they're already up on my own streaming site, Nebula. Nebula has 4 additional Halo videos from our Discord game night sessions ready to rock if you want to have a blast watching those. And my videos are ad-free there and will continue to be early as well. And plus, I have a lot of exclusive stuff, like my documentary series Print Screen for my main Epos Vox channel. Normally we charge $50 per year for Nebula, but we've worked out an awesome bundle with CuriosityStream, another great streaming service full of thousands of entertaining titles and documentaries to keep your mind stimulated for learning and have a good time, where if you sign up at curiositystream.com/lostsaves, you get access to their catalog for just $14.79 per year. After you sign up, a little email will show up in your inbox inviting you to Nebula for free for the duration of your subscription to CuriosityStream. 2 sites for the price of 1. While you're browsing CuriosityStream, check out 2077, 10 Seconds into the Future, to ponder what the future will look like and whether all the AI tools I keep talking about will fully replace humans. Again, that's curiositystream.com/lostsaves for the best deal in streaming.
Pretty neat. Like I said, I have a link to mine, as well as where you can sign up for yours, linked in the description. Of course, it's just free through Steam. Let me know what your top games are, or something unique that showed up on your profile in the comments below, and let me know your plans for gaming in 2023. Super curious to hear, and remember to be kind, rewind.